Hi there, I'm Mike, and what I have for you today is Star Wars The Black Series Han Solo Bespin. Go ahead and take a look at a picture of Han while I read the bio on the back of the box. Smuggler, scoundrel, hero, Han Solo, Captain of the Millennium Falcon, was one of the great leaders of the Rebel Alliance. He and his co-pilot Chewbacca came to believe in the cause of galactic freedom, joining Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia Organa in the fight against the Empire. That is a very generic description. That doesn't have anything to do with Bespin. It doesn't have anything to do with The Empire Strikes Back other than, I guess, yeah, that's just Han Solo. That's his overall kind of blurb. Here he is out of the package, and now that I think about it, it is kind of weird that we call this Bespin Han Solo. Yeah, he wore this on Bespin, but he also just wore this for like 80% of the movie. When he wasn't outside at Hoth, in Echo Base he wore this. In the Millennium Falcon, he wore this. On Bespin, he wore this. It's just kind of what he wore, but I guess Bespin outfit is just easier to say, and that's fine. I mean, it gets the point across and everyone knows what you mean. Also, fun little fact is it's almost his Return of the Jedi outfit, or at least the beginning of it. You remove the jacket and the gun belt, you've almost got yourself a Carbonite Han Solo. That would be fun to see in a 6-inch scale. So let's jump into the review proper with the looks. That's where we start off. This is what Han Solo wore for most of the movie. The jacket is iconic. The pants are good. You got the stripe down the leg, the boots. But more than anything, Han Solo is famously played by Harrison Ford, and this is the absolute best likeness for Harrison Ford that we've ever gotten. This is just incredible. From the hair to that lopsided grin, to the scar on his cheek, to the strange mold flashing underneath his ear. That's not part of it. For being a 6-inch toy, this is almost Hot Toys level likeness. The sculpt, that new painting thing they've got going on with the real face tech, it's incredible. I can't say enough good things about this. So he's getting the full point for looks. It's like having a tiny statue on your shelf. So let's talk about what he comes with, or what he didn't come with, or doesn't come with, or should have come with. He does come with his Blastech DL44 blaster, as he should, because he's not Han Solo without his blaster. I mean, it'd be weird to have a Han Solo without Han Solo's blaster. It fits nicely in the holster, and that's great. It fits nicely in his hand, and that's great, but that's it. That's all he comes with. The jacket, yeah, kind of movable, but if you do that, then he's got just normal sleeves. It looks like he's just wearing sleeves with no jacket, so that's not really a thing. So it's kind of a bummer. Now, if you were smarter than me and you got the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version, he would also come with the Minoc. He'd also come with the face mask. He had other stuff, and I kind of wish they had at least included the face mask in with this, because that's like the only other thing he really could have come with. It just should have. I don't care that that was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Don't include the Minoc, that's fine, but he should have come with the face mask at the very least. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a Han Solo action figure. Han Solo comes with Han Solo's blaster. I do have to say, the gun that he does come with is intricately sculpted and painted, and it looks great. But at this point, yeah, it should have. We're 5 years into the series. If they can't figure out how to do Han Solo's gun properly, just pack it up. But thankfully they have, and it looks fantastic. Do I wish he came with more stuff? Yes. The Han Solo from A New Hope came with like a million things. It came with an alternate belt, it came with alternate hands, it came with alternate gun. He just came with so much stuff. This one just comes with gun. So it's tough, but I'm going to give it the half point. It's not like he doesn't come with anything, but he should have come with more. He could have come with more, but they wanted to incentivize you to buy the much more expensive version, and I'm a little miffed at that. And I shouldn't be, but I am. Let's talk about articulation. You gotta put him into some cool poses, and can he do that? Han Solo's head moves back and forth. It moves forward this far and back this far. It also has a bit of a waggle to it. His arm moves out that far, all the way around. He has a greater than 90-degree bend at the elbow, as well as an elbow swivel. He also has a swivel at the wrist and a hinge. This wrist is hinged this way. He has a torso swivel. It moves forward this far and back a little bit, but hindered by the jacket. This leg moves forward this far. This leg doesn't move forward very far at all. He has an upper thigh rotation, an OK spread, double jointed knee, ankle hinge, and rocker. With this being Han Solo's widest stance with both his feet flat on the ground. I would say yeah, I mean you can get most of the poses that you want. The articulation is becoming pretty standard. Hasbro's getting pretty good at balancing out sculpt and detail with articulation. So here we have the new neck joints they've been doing with the double jointed kind of thing up here and here. It gives you a lot of head movement where before there was less head movement, and I wish they would do it more. His torso joint is fine. His arms are great. They actually move at a greater than 90-degree angle, which is fantastic. With, you know, out having the double jointed hinge. I wish that they would just do double jointed hinges, but they're, you know, they're going for the look over the movement. We gotta compromise, and that's okay. I will say though that the leg is a little hindered, and this is a problem with really any character where they glue the holster to the leg. It looks good. It doesn't break the illusion when you're moving it around because it stays attached, and it should because he has this little kind of loop around his leg. Now the original Han Solo got around this because the belt was removable and you just slid the whole thing up. It was all one piece. I like that. I wish they had done that with this. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't have really docked off any points. But because of the hindrance on the leg right here, I'm gonna give it a 0.75. It's good, but it's not perfect. So that moves us over to that painting and sculpting. I talked a little bit about, you know, the holster being glued, but the holster itself looks fantastic. The whole belt looks fantastic. It's weathered and painted, looks worn. Honestly, it looks like leather. Even though it's plastic, it really does look like leather. I've already talked about his face and how uncanny his face is. But let's talk about the rest of him. This is an iconic look. You've got the jacket. Now, I would say an issue I have with the jacket is the jacket and arm combo situation because they're made out of different materials. They look like they're made out of different materials. The arm is a lot shinier than the actual jacket because they're different plastics. And that kind of bugs me a little bit when the light catches it, but normally just sitting on the shelf looking at it straight on, it's really not that big of a deal, but it's something that I wanted to point out. That being said, the jacket is rendered in a soft plastic and it's sculpted with great detail. The shirt underneath is sculpted and looks pretty great. The pants are sculpted just fine. I mean, it looks like he's wearing pants, so that's good. Even the bars and the stripes down the side are pretty intricately painted. With all the creases and folds in there, I really don't have any issues on mine. But I think the star here is actually the leather boots. These boots look leather. I don't think we've ever gotten this much minute detail in boots before. Like, you know, boots are usually just kind of polished, shiny black or something like that. These, there are like intricate little patterns in here and it looks worn, and honestly, it looks really good. I don't know why these boots are really blowing my mind, but they really are. So I'm gonna give them the full point. Even though the jacket arm situation kind of bugs me a little bit, there's just so much going on there. I feel like it's something that doesn't matter in the overall grand scheme of things. So wants and availability, I would say of all of Han Solo's outfits, this is the one that I wanted the most. And I almost put it on my top 10 wish list, but I wanted more diversity in the line. You know, you don't want 200 Han Solos, even though they can make 200 Han Solos. I want different characters and things. It kind of sucks seeing a sea of Han Solos and Luke Skywalkers and then all your other characters. So I wanted to diversify a little bit, but I'm super happy they came out with him. And that means I don't ever have to waste a spot in a most wanted figure, even though he is a most wanted figure. I'm definitely glad that we got this figure. In terms of availability, I bought mine online. He's number 70 in the regular line, and he's been released twice so far. Once in the previous wave with Tobias and the Rebel Trooper, and once in the new wave. And I didn't buy it purposefully in the last wave, so I could just buy the whole case of the new wave since it was the only repack. So he shouldn't be too hard to find, especially having been released twice, but you can always buy him online like I did, because, you know, it just saves you the gas and time. But I get that some people like to do the toy hunts, and that's a lot of fun too. So I'm gonna give him the full point. That leaves us with a final score of 4.25 out of 5. Not a perfect score, but I feel like, honestly, sometimes even though you're grading things at a certain grade and they don't hit a mark you think they should, you still love it anyway. Just like how my mom still loves me despite how much of a disappointment I've been. This is easily the best looking Han Solo we've ever received. Do I wish he came with more stuff? Yeah, I do, but it doesn't stop me from loving what I have in my hand. If you're a fan of OT Han Solo, if you're a fan of Empire Strikes Back, if you're a fan of spot-on Harrison Ford likenesses, I feel like this is definitely a must-have in your collection. But if you do want it to come with more stuff, there's also the STCC version out there that you can buy, but this is a much more affordable and budget-friendly version. So that's it for my Han Solo Bespin review. What did you think? Did you agree with me? Have you found this? Do you want it? Are you looking for it? Let me know in the comments down below. I love to read and respond to every one of those. There's also a bunch of different ways that you can support my channel in the downstairs area if you want to, but you don't have to. Like, share, subscribe, you know, the normal YouTube stuff that everyone says at the end of every YouTube video ever. And that's it. Thanks so much for getting this far. It means a lot to me, and I'll see you later. Bye.